Hey guys, it's Ms Christel from Central here. I hope you guys had a wonderful winter break and are looking forward to the new year 2021. I know I am. So as you can see today, I am outside my house for this project. That's because the project we're going to do today is a little bit messy. So it's just easier to do it outside where it's easier to clean up. So the theme that we're doing this week is space. I love talking about space. I think it's such a fun topic, and there's a lot of really cool activities and experiments that you can do around space. Oh, also, I'm getting over a cold, so if I sound a little stuffy, that's why. I promise I'm getting better. So, the project that we're going to be doing today is involving moon craters. Now, when you guys look up at the moon at night, up in the sky, sometimes during the day, but I'm looking around and I don't see it out right now. So, I'll include a picture of what I'm talking about here in a second. But when you look up, you see these little craters, these little dents in the moon. And how do they happen? So, I have a project today that will kind of show us how these craters are formed. So this activity is pretty simple. You only need a few things. First, we're going to need some flour. Kind of any spare flour will do. And then we're going to need just something small and able to be sprinkled around. I'm going to be using the macaroni. This is my art macaroni, so I don't use it for eating. This is stuff that's already been in contact with glue, so it's no longer safe to eat. And some cocoa powder. You don't have to use cocoa powder. If you have a lot of dirt, you can use that. But I'm going to be using cocoa powder for this. Next, you're going to need some rocks of varying size. These are going to be our asteroids later. And then finally a tray to put everything in. So the first step to do is we're going to pour our flour into our tray. This is going to be our moon dust. So I got my flour in the tray. As you can see, I've already made a mess, and that's why we're doing this outside, because flour gets everywhere very easily. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to take some of my macaroni noodles here, and I'm going to spread them around my flour base. Now, you don't have to use pasta, like dried out pasta. You can use sprinkles. Unfortunately, I didn't have any sprinkles, so I'm going to be using pasta for this. But you don't want to cover the entire flour base in your pasta or your sprinkles. You want to use it a little bit sparingly. Here, I'll show you what it looks like here. So it'll look like this. There's enough pasta there. That way it looks like a noticeable layer, but it's not completely covering up the flour base. Next thing to do is to add our hot cocoa on top for our final layer. Again, you can also use dirt for this if you don't want to use up your hot cocoa. Alright, and here is what it looks like when we have our base all done. So this cocoa layer is going to represent kind of our final dirt layer. Dirt on the moon isn't necessarily brown like it is here on Earth, but it's the closest approximation we have available with us with our kind of limited ingredients, components. I don't know the word. So now that we have our, sorry, I moved to the shade. It was a little bit warm. Now that we have our moon layer, next we need to be able to simulate what makes up the asteroids that hit the moon's surface. So, much like the planet Earth, the moon has its own gravitational pull as well. For the Earth, our gravitational pull is what causes the moon to kind of orbit around the planet Earth. And the moon has one as well, but it's not as strong as the one that surrounds Earth, which is why we don't see things kind of circling around the moon constantly. Meteors or asteroids do get caught in the moon's gravitational pull, but they don't stay there indefinitely like the moon does to the planet Earth. Eventually, that gravitational pull pulls them into the moon and it hits the moon's surface. So the next thing to do is to simulate the asteroids hitting the moon. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to take our moon base on the floor and we're going to drop a bunch of the different sized rocks that we have into our little moon, make-believe moon surface. And we're going to see how the different impacts hit the moon surface. So I still have a few more rocks that I need to drop, but I wanted to kind of show you guys what it started to look like already. I had dropped this one and it had bounced all the way from here to there. My biggest rock, that one made a nice dent right in the middle. This was another really good landing. As we can see how it kind of pushed the dirt layer, the cocoa layer, into the flour layer. And finally, this one right here I think I dropped that one from over here and it bounced all the way over there. I don't remember where that one came from, but let's see. Let's drop this one now, another kind of good sized rock. I missed completely. All right, let's try again with a different rock. We'll try this one now. Hopefully I won't miss. Ooh, that one was good. And because I really liked the dent that this one made, we'll go ahead and drop this one once again because it was so nice. Oh yeah, the one from before that I just dropped was another really nice one right there. And this is the end result of our moon after getting hit with all those asteroids. You can clearly see some of the little dents, definitely the big ones, as well as kind of some little splash damage. So I mentioned earlier that the moon is just filled with so many of these craters. You can kind of see one right here and right here. But the interesting thing that I found out is that like a lot of these craters are actually have been named by scientists. This one right here is the Tycho crater, and it's the one all the way down here at the bottom. And then we have all of these right here. It is like, it blew my mind to see that, like, I didn't even know that these craters had names. I thought they were just the different moon craters that got hit hit by asteroids. So this is just something really interesting that I wanted to share with you guys because I didn't even know this and I thought it was really cool. Anyways, I hope you guys found this experiment fun and maybe even something you want to try at home. Bye!